The king of unauthentic Australian Indian food, Jesse Singh, is joining me today.
Correct.
Unauthentic Australian Indian food.
Correct.
Why do you say that?
It's for me, my cooking career started from Australia.
Yeah.
And the Australian, it's all about fresh, quality ingredients. So that is what I learned how to make that kind of food. And I incorporated in Indian cuisine. When you're
Fantastic.
cooking Indian food at home, always healthy and simple recipes.
Well, speaking of home cooking, you're going to do a really delicious Korma style dish here.
Yeah.
And for me, when I always think of cooking Indian food at home, many ingredients, many spices, but all of this, I mean, there's very minimal ingredients.
Very minimal. Only spice we have a white pepper powder.
Awesome.
And
Very
ginger and garlic. But because the flavors of onion, the cashew, the yogurt, the chili,
Yep.
ginger, garlic, and pepper, it is among this will create so much aroma and flavors.
Right.
And this is a very simple, old school recipe from Northern India.
Nice. Well, let's get started.
Let's do it. So basically, we just had peeled onion,
Sure.
chopped it,
That's 2 onions, is it? Or
2
this-
onion.
Yep, 2 large
and
onions.
you don't like taste of onion, you don't need to add 2 onion. So this is what I love about cooking Indian food.
Yeah.
Nothing is set. It doesn't have to be exactly precise.
And by cooking the onions, that's also going to mellow down the flavour of it
Yes,
too.
yeah, it takes the bitterness and the tartness out.
Nice.
And so cashew, it's best to soak the cashew night before.
Yeah,
It
what-
softens them up. It's very easy then to cook it, boil it, and blend it. You don't get the raw flavor.
Nice. And does it also thicken up the sauce
Yes,
later
and
on?
thicken the sauce,
Okay.
make it creamier in thickness.
Yep, fantastic. So into that boiling
In the
water.
boiling water. And would you chop some chilies for me,
Can
Jesse,
do.
please?
So you have 4 long green chilies
Long
here.
green chilies. And another great tip about chilies, the bigger they are, the less heat they have.
Well, lucky these chilies are long chilies, so it won't be too hot.
This dish is very mild, so we're not looking for that hotness.
I'm
It will-
glad. It's too hot. I can't handle
Put in
it.
a hot boiling water,
Okay, so in with the chilies.
and that's that simple. We're gonna bring it to the boil for 5 minutes.
Yep.
And after that, we're gonna just stain it and put it in a blender.
Great. So chicken, you're using chicken thighs today?
Thai chicken, best. It can take the heat. So Thai, a beautiful.
Chicken breast just will not do for this because it'll just dry out,
it will
right?
dry out very
Yes.
quick
Yep.
because remember we're gonna make into a stew. So for me, very simple, 8 pieces.
Is this a dish that you have on your menu in one of your 9 restaurants?
Yes, correct. Very beautiful,
Yep.
beloved recipe.
Quite
it's
popular.
Simple, quite popular. It's very easy, nice and creamy. It's not over spicy, and goes perfect with the rice and naan.
Could you also do this with chunks of chicken like on the bone?
Yes.
Would that work if you wanted to have something a little different?
That's actually the best way to go meat on a bone because then you get the bone when you're boiling or cooking the bone marrow.
Yes.
It brings extra level of flavors. Justine, I think the pot is ready. Our onion, ginger, and cashews are boiled.
And I have a slotted spoon. That'll be easier to get all of that out. So we don't want too much of the water.
Too much of the water.
Okay, so just scoop that out and then we'll blend it.
Blend it. You see how now onions are soft?
Yes.
Same thing the cashew and chili.
Yeah. All right, in it goes. Scoop that out. And are we looking for a fine puree?
Fine
or-
puree.
Fine puree. Okay. Don't want to leave any of those cashews. Okay, lid on, and I'll blend this.
Yep. About a minute.
All right. Jesse, that smells fantastic.
Beautiful sauce. See?
And we added a splash of water just so we get that puree consistency.
Yep.
All right.
Our pot is nice and hot now.
Okay. Yep.
Put generous olive oil.
Splash of olive oil, not ghee.
No ghee.
No ghee. But you could use ghee.
You
Yeah.
could use ghee, and it gives you more flavor.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
But again, I think what you're trying to demonstrate here is just how easy home-cooked Indian food can be with loads of
Exactly.
flavour. So what have you got there?
Here we have some ginger, 1 big teaspoon.
Lots of ginger.
And here, that's some puree garlic.
Garlic. So ginger, garlic, and you like to really puree it so
Yep.
it's crushed nicely, not big chunks.
Yes.
Okay.
And another tip, you can just blend ginger garlic,
Yep.
cook it and put it in the fridge. Will last for about 3 to 4 months.
Yeah. So you just have a jar in your fridge ready
Yep,
to go.
Ready to go.
I know you're probably like me when it comes to using ginger and garlic. Do it yourself. Use fresh ginger and garlic. Don't get the packet stuff. Not the
Easy.
same.
Right, now
Okay.
pass me the sauce.
There we
you
go. And we pour it in?
Yep.
The whole lot?
Whole lot. And we're just going to keep stirring it.
Okay.
We're going to cook it a little down because we had a ginger and garlic. You
Yes.
cook it for a few minutes to bring down the rawness.
Yes, right.
And you can smell it once. Couple more minutes.
Yeah.
And this is how simple this recipe is.
You do want to cook off a lot of the liquid that we did add
Exactly.
to it too, so let it evaporate before we go on to the
Yep.
next
So
stage.
that helps cook the onion, the chili, the
Sure.
ginger, the garlic.
Yes.
And
Already that's just been cooking just for a few minutes and I can smell that concentrated smell of the ginger and the chili.
Justin, now our paste is ready.
Yes.
So you can smell it. It's nice and cooked. And the water has dried up,
Yep.
moisturizer.
Very nice.
So now we're ready to add a yogurt into
Yep,
it.
I can do that for you.
And in a substitute, you can add coconut milk
Okay.
if you don't do dairy.
Yep.
That's another good substitute for vegan. And we're just gonna mix it slowly.
It's also one of those things I keep thinking about all these ingredients I do have in my pantry or my fridge. I've always got onions, cashew nuts in my pantry all the time. Sometimes I don't have yogurt, but always have coconut milk, so
Coconut milk.
you can change it
And
up.
you can use normal milk too, so
Yeah,
even if you
right.
don't have a coconut milk.
Okay, so we've got a nice emulsified sauce there. It hasn't
Yep.
split, it's just nice and glossy.
And so next will be the seasoning, the pepper and salt.
Pepper, okay. So why do you use white pepper as opposed to a black pepper?
White pepper gives you that beautiful spiciness. This is the main key ingredient of this dish.
Right.
So the black pepper is actually really more spicy than a white pepper. And the sauce stays, once you use a white pepper, the sauce will stay white. So that's
Very
the
nice.
traditional korma.
Yep, fabulous.
And then just salt for seasoning,
Salt, yep, I can
salt
do
to
that for you.
taste.
Sure, bit of salt. Maybe one more.
Yep.
So we've got a lot of chicken to season.
Okay, so now our sauce is perfectly cooked. You can see the yogurt has blended with onion, chili,
Yep.
and cashew nut. And you can smell the rawness of ginger, garlic, or onion. So this is the perfect time to put our chicken.
Okay, chicken thigh pieces in. There we go. And the chicken's going to give off some water too.
Water
so you
too,
do
yep.
have that thick
Yep.
sauce there. Right.
So now chicken needs to be cooked for 10 to 15 minutes
Yep.
or until it's cooked.
Fabulous.
And beautiful, right?
That smells so
So you
good.
can smell
Yeah.
everything's cooked. There's no rawness to the onion, ginger, and garlic.
I'm quite surprised. I thought the sauce would split because we were boiling it quite significantly, but it hasn't. It's stayed nice and creamy, and each piece of chicken is coated in that delicious korma sauce.
So that's your perfect homemade korma.
So good, so easy. And how would you serve this? Would you serve it with some rice?
Some rice and bread,
Yep.
roti bread.
Actually, I must admit, I've never seen a korma being made. There are so many different curries, isn't there? To see it so simple, it's quite refreshing to see.
Yep. There you go.
Lots of sauce. And your garnishes, chef.
Just garnish with some fresh ginger julienne.
Okay.
Gives you that beautiful fresh spiciness. And some coriander.
Nice and simple. Beautiful. Well, I have cutlery ready to go because I am very excited to try this. Try some chicken, lots of sauce.
See how tender the thigh is?
So tender, and that sauce is a game changer for me. Really it is. When it comes to making curries, you don't need 10 different spices all the time.
No.
Korma done quite simply at home. That's what it's all about. Jessie, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Justine.
So good. I'm gonna have some more.